What up, everybody? This is Stuart Knight, author of the books Marginalizing White Supremacy, Poetic Visions, A Steep Mister for a Sister, and my latest work, A Spirit the World Has Forgotten. And today I want to talk about the unawareness of black people in this current environment of white supremacy. What many of us don't know and understand is that at the end of slavery, or a little bit before that, Northern abolitionists had the idea that if black people were to be set free, we will become extinct within 25 years. They believed that the black person was not industrious enough to survive, would probably oversex themselves into disease and death, and overall would not be able to take care of themselves if they were set free. So the process went ahead and chattel slavery was ended. But to their dismay, we have survived. And now may be, and quite possibly is, the time where they've said, well, they've survived this long, it is time that we outright try and kill them. Or as they would say, commit genocide, outright genocide. Because since chattel slavery, white supremacy has put many programs and institutions in place meant to really debilitate the black population. Especially what you see with Planned Parenthood, drugs, welfare, and the over-glamorization or the false praises that are being given to black women today. It's simply for the express purposes of playing on their vanity and causing rifts and fractions between black male and black female relationships. And it does work. Black women are jewels and should be praised. But they too are also victims of white supremacy and are instruments and tools of white supremacy, and should not forget that. But recently, there have been open and blatant attacks against black people being brought to the fore by the nature of the camera phone. Nowadays, everybody got a phone and everybody got a camera, so a lot of the ill treatment is being captured on video and spread across the world, like the death of the sister in Oakland, California, and the stabbing of her sister by a white supremacist who more than likely at the time was doing some kind of initiation rite. Many of these white supremacists who commit acts of violence against black people are doing so for those initiation rites, because they too, like many of the young brothers out here in the streets, want to belong to something, but they want to belong to a murderous cult that takes the lives of black people for absolutely nothing but being born black. But we have to prepare ourselves. We really do. The other day, I saw a video of a black man who got followed home by a white supremacist and got called all kind of Negroes, or N-words, or niggas, if you want to put it right out there. And the black man sat there and held a conversation with him, unaware of what could have happened to him if that white man would have pulled out a gun or a knife and just attacked him. There was also a brother out of New York some years back, older brother, who was killed by a man who was just out to look to kill somebody black. There was also recently a black man who was killed at a barbecue, unbeknownst to his family, in the bathroom as he moved away. And that's probably just a small percentage of the acts that have been committed that have been seen by people. So what is really prominent for us to understand is that we have to be prepared. Keep something on yourselves at all times, and make sure you get yourself the proper training in how to use that object, just in case you come across a white supremacist, or anybody actually, who wants to do you some harm. Keep your head on a swivel, and always be aware of your surroundings. Know what you're up against, black people. Like I said, party all the time, ain't nobody gonna steal my joy, Jesus gonna solve everything. Those times are over. Get yourself prepared and get yourself ready. Once again, this is Stuart Knight, author of the books Marginalizing White Supremacy, Poetic Visions, A Steep Mister for a Sister, and my latest work, A Spirit the World Has Forgotten. Peace. And remember, get yourself ready, get your mind right, and protect yourself. We're in the era of the re-arising of white supremacy. Peace.